After last week's trading frenzy in KFC SuperCoach, it's time to take a deep breath and do it all again this week. We've got another 2, possibly 3 trades if you want the boost. So we need to know who's hot and who's cold. Stephen Canelio is hot. He was one of the most popular picks in KFC SuperCoach at the start of the year. Most of us picked him, so well done us. He scored 149 points against Gold Coast. Went up in price by $77,000 in one round, which is absolutely huge. He's got a break even of -48, so he's going to keep on making money. Hopefully, if he keeps scoring like that, his price won't really matter because we'll just be able to keep him for the entire season. Tim English at the Bulldogs was somebody I did think about briefly in the pre-season, but unfortunately I didn't pick him because he's been absolutely fantastic. Scored 152 points in round 3, and if you can believe it, he's the number 1 ranked ruckman in KFC SuperCoach after round 3, and he's also the number 1 ranked forward. So he's a player you could definitely think about bringing into your team. He gives you some really nice flexibility between the ruck and the forward line, and it looks like he's really gone to the next level this year. It's just a matter of who you trade out to get him. And number 3 in our hot category this week, a shout out to the fans and one of his boys, Tom Green. He picked him last year, but unfortunately went a year too early. He doesn't have him this year. He should have picked him in 2022, and I think he might be thinking about trading him in because he's been absolutely fantastic in the first 3 rounds. 147 points on the weekend, averaging 139, and that is better if you had picked him instead of Cripps or Rochelle. They've both been great mid-price options. We should have picked Tom Green. You'd be ahead of those guys. He's now up to 502,000 after a big price rise. He's going to make a heap more money. He's going to score a lot of points. I'm just not sure how we squeeze him into our midfields, but if you can find a way to do it, I love him. There weren't many St Kilda players who were cold in round 3, but Rowan Marshall was. Paddy Ryder coming back into the team. Marshall played a bit more forward. He still had quite a lot of ruck contests, but he just couldn't get his hands on it. Only scored the 58 points, which is really poor. If you had Hugh Dixon on the bench, he actually outscored him, which is not exactly how it's supposed to work. He lost 30k, Rowan, and he's going to lose more money. If Ryder's still there, Jack Hayes in the team makes it difficult for him. I think he's probably one you might have to cut your losses on, and maybe a straight swap to Tim English is the way to go. Tuke Miller from the Gold Coast has been one of the hottest players in KFC SuperCoach for the past 12 months, really. I think he started his run in about round 6 last year. Hasn't scored under 100 since then until the weekend. Finally copped a heavy tag from Lockie Ash of the Giants and put out a 76. Now, Tuke is still averaging 117, so no worries at all if you've got him. Maybe that tag is a little bit of an issue that you might have to worry about going forward, but I still think he's going to be one of the absolute top-scoring midfielders this year, so I wouldn't even think about getting rid of him. But if you don't have him like me, I thought, how am I ever going to be able to afford this guy? He actually lost 21k on the weekend, and he's got a break-even of 177. So I'll just be keeping one little eye on him, hoping his price does creep down a little bit, so he's affordable in a few weeks' time. One player who started the season absolutely on fire was Josh Rochelle at the Adelaide Crows. Scored 118 in round 1, but since then it's gone 58 and then 36 in the showdown. Wasn't helped by giving away a few free kicks and a 50-metre penalty at the end. That was super costly. So if he didn't do that, his score wouldn't have been so bad. But it might be just one we need to keep an eye on. He's gone up 45,000, which is a great result for a rookie early in the season, but his break-even's starting to creep up. It's up to 42, so he needs to keep putting up good scores to keep that cash generation going. He's certainly capable of doing that, but he might be just one that we need to be tracking with his scores and his price over the next few weeks.